Most people fail to quit alcohol not because they're weak, but because they keep doing the wrong things, things that feel right in the moment, yet quietly pull them back to drinking. And what makes it worse is that nobody warns you about them. Doctors don't. Quit drinking literature won't. Even most therapists don't understand what's really going on underneath the surface. So in this video, I'm going to expose the 10 things you must never do when you quit alcohol, because these 10 mistakes are the reason millions stay trapped in the loop. And if you stay with me until the end, you'll see why getting even a few of these wrong can keep you stuck for years, and why avoiding them isn't just how you stay sober, it's how you finally break the illusion that alcohol ever had power over you. And it all starts with the biggest trap of them all, the one that silently ruins everything else you try. 1. Don't rely on willpower. The first mistake is the most common and the most fatal. Trying to quit alcohol with willpower. That's what I did for almost a decade. I'd wake up in the morning saying, "That's it, I'm done." And by nightfall, I'd be pouring another drink, wondering what the hell was wrong with me. But here's the truth. There was nothing wrong with me, there's nothing wrong with you either. The problem isn't that you lack discipline. It's that you're using the wrong tool for the job. Willpower is like trying to hold your breath underwater. You can do it for a while, but sooner or later, your body forces you to come up for air. And when it comes to alcohol, willpower fails because you're still seeing alcohol as something valuable, something you're giving up. The mind can't fight forever against something it believes it's losing. Freedom starts when you stop fighting. When you understand that you're not losing anything, you're removing the thing that's been taking everything. And once that switch flips, you'll see why mistake number 2 is just as dangerous. 2. Don't treat alcohol like a friend you're losing. Most people grieve alcohol. They talk about missing it like they've lost a relationship. But you can't lose a toxin. You can only lose the illusion that it was ever helping you. I used to think alcohol made life better, more fun, more relaxed, more social. But that's the trap. Alcohol creates the pain, then sells you the escape. It's the arsonist pretending to be the firefighter. When you stop drinking and still see alcohol as a friend, your mind will look for reasons to go back. You'll remember the laughs, the parties, the relief, but not the anxiety, the guilt, the brain fog. Reframe it. You're not walking away from something good, you're walking away from the single biggest con you've ever been sold. And once you stop grieving the poison, you'll face the next challenge, the fear of what happens when your body starts to adjust. 3. Don't confuse withdrawal with addiction. Most people panic in the first few days. They mistake temporary withdrawal symptoms for lifelong addiction. But the truth is, for 90% of drinkers, physical withdrawal is mild and short-lived. Headaches, restlessness, maybe some anxiety. It peaks within the first 72 hours. What keeps people stuck isn't the body, it's the belief that they're broken. Science shows that your brain begins rebalancing itself in as little as 3 days. GABA levels, dopamine regulation, sleep patterns all start normalizing rapidly once ethanol leaves the system. You're not an addict for life. You're a human being whose brain is recalibrating back to normal. See this phase as a detox, not a diagnosis. Your body isn't punishing you, it's healing. And once the fog begins to lift, you'll probably notice the next trap, reaching for something else to fill the space. 4. Don't replace alcohol with sugar or caffeine. This one catches almost everyone. You quit drinking, and suddenly you're inhaling chocolate, ice cream, and coffee like it's oxygen. Here's why. Alcohol hijacks your dopamine system. When you remove it, your brain temporarily craves quick hits of pleasure, and sugar is the easiest replacement. But that just keeps your chemistry unstable. It spikes your blood sugar, crashes your energy, and keeps you stuck in the same reward-regret loop that drinking created. If you want your brain to truly reset, focus on nourishment, not numbing. Protein, water, real food. Give your body the raw materials to rebuild. Because once your energy stabilizes, the next mistake becomes obvious, and it's one of the most misunderstood of all. 5. Don't hide from the world. A lot of people think they have to avoid social life to stay sober and lock themselves away to stay safe. But that isolation quietly breeds resentment and loneliness. 2 of the biggest triggers to drink again. Here's the truth: you don't need to escape life to stay sober. You need to re-enter it with new eyes. You can go anywhere and be around anyone when you've changed what alcohol means to you. You're not resisting the drink. You're simply uninterested. The goal isn't to live in a bubble, it's to live free. And to live free, you have to eliminate the next silent saboteur. 6. Don't keep alcohol in the house. Just in case, I used to tell myself that having a few bottles in the cupboard meant I was in control. That if I could keep it around and not drink it, I'd proven something. But what I was really doing was negotiating with poison. Keeping alcohol nearby tells your subconscious, maybe I'll need it again. It leaves the door cracked open, and your brain will eventually walk through it. You wouldn't keep your ex's number saved just in case. So why keep the chemical that nearly destroyed your peace? When you remove it completely, your brain stops scanning for it. Cravings fade faster because there's no mental tug of war. And when that space clears, you'll finally notice something deeper: the influence of everything around you. 7. Don't ignore your environment. You can't heal in the same environment that made you sick. Every day, alcohol is pushed at you through ads, films, friends, even memes. You've been conditioned since childhood to see alcohol as fun, normal, and necessary. But once you quit, that conditioning still lingers. You have to consciously reprogram it. Follow people who've already made the shift. Read books, watch videos, fill your environment with examples of clarity, not chaos, because if you don't upgrade your mental environment, the old beliefs will sneak back in, and that leads to the next mistake. 8. Don't overcomplicate it. Most people turn quitting into a full-time job. They obsess over supplements, tracking apps, Reddit threads, and recovery forums. But the more complicated you make it, the harder it becomes. Freedom isn't found in obsessing over the process. It's found in understanding the truth about alcohol. Once you see it for what it is, a drug with zero benefits, there's nothing left to manage. You don't have to count the days, you just live. And when you simplify the process, you stop obsessing about the past, which brings us to mistake number 9. Don't label yourself an addict forever. I know this one's controversial, but it needs to be said. You are not an addict for life. That label traps millions in permanent recovery, always one drink away from disaster. But if you believe you're powerless, you'll act powerless. Here's the truth. The moment you stop drinking and change how you see alcohol, you are no longer addicted. You're free. You don't call yourself a sugar addict forever after quitting dessert. So why chain yourself to a word that defines your worst chapter? You are not in recovery. You've recovered. And once you truly believe that, you unlock the final and most powerful shift. 10. Don't forget who you're becoming. This is the mistake that makes all the others irrelevant once it's fixed. Most people focus on what they're quitting. You have to focus on who you're becoming. Because quitting alcohol isn't just about removing a drug, it's about rediscovering your potential. When I stopped drinking, I didn't just remove ethanol from my life. I rebuilt my health, my business, my peace, my purpose. And that's what most people miss. You're not giving something up. You're coming home. You're remembering what it feels like to, Wake up clear, confident, and completely in control. You're no longer chasing calm. You are calm. You're no longer trying to escape life. You're finally living it. So, when you quit alcohol, remember this. It's not the act of quitting that's hard. It's unlearning the lies that kept you drinking. Avoid these 10 traps, and you won't need willpower. You'll have understanding. And understanding is what creates peace, because once you see alcohol for what it really is, you'll never want it again. You won't just stay sober, you'll stay free. And if you want to see what actually happens once you're free, how your brain, body, and energy start repairing themselves week by week, then don't miss the next video. I'll show you exactly what changes inside you, and why most people only start to feel alive after day 30. Watch that next, and I'll see you there.